Ruto loves extravagance. Ruto loves expensive lifestyle. Ruto loves high-end private jets. As we speak right now, Ruto is in Ethiopia for Africa Climate Summit, and Ruto had to get to Ethiopia by spending more than 8 million Kenyan shillings. Something that Kenyans are saying it is too expensive because Ruto decided to hire a high-end private jet. So the name of that private jet is Gulfstream GV, and its exact rate is not disclosed, but aviation experts are estimating that the jet cost between $15,000, which is 1.9 million Kenyan shillings, and $20,000, which is around 2.6 million Kenyan shillings per hour to operate. And remember that this is not the first time that Ruto is being criticized for this. In 2024, he was also criticized after chartering a Boeing 737-700 to the US, which cost 2.4 million Kenyan shillings per hour. So Ruto is a president from a third world country. Ruto is coming or is leading a country with over 57 million Kenyans. Out of these, majority of these people are struggling. Majority of these people are struggling to put food on the table. But for President William Ruto, this doesn't matter. For him, he must live large. He must get that expensive jet. He must wear that expensive shoes. He must wear that expensive cologne, that expensive suits and all that. So Ruto is proving that whether you are going to complain or not, it is not going to change. Ruto is not planning to change. Whether you go to the streets or whether you do what, that Ruto, as long as the president of this country, Ruto will maintain his costly life. And remember, just the other day, it was revealed that Kenya borrows 2.2 billion, around 2.2 billion Kenyan shillings daily. And at the same time, the president is not even thinking about cutting costs and even taking less expensive trips to outside Kenya. So Ruto is a man who has decided that wacha kaende. If you are out there and you expect that Ruto is going to cut costs, that Ruto is going to stop wearing that 1 million Kenyan shillings shoe, Ruto is not going to do that. He is proving to us that he is not going to stop that. He is not going to stop that. So a lot is happening, but at the end of the day, now we must ask ourselves one question: what next? Because this is not a man who is not going to change. This is not a president who is having this I think that maybe it is time I put Kenya first. For Ruto, it is not Kenyan first, it is him first. So this is a government that has been exposed several times on how billions are being stolen. As we speak right now, the biggest scandal we have in our country is about a sham scandal, whereby it is being exposed how the cartels, how the state is disbursing money to non-existent hospital, but we know this money goes to these people, to their private bank accounts. We know that now they are stealing from the health sector. After stealing from education and all these other sectors, they have decided that this time around we are going for health sector. So they are killing the education sector, they are killing the health sector, they are killing the energy of the young people of this country. They are killing everything. But at the end of the day, for them, while they keep telling us that we must learn to cut costs, we must learn how to budget ourselves, to just accommodate the little that we have. But for them, that is not for them. They must live large. They must continue to experience this high-end expensive life. So it is so clear that Ruto is not going to change. This is my conclusion, that Ruto is a man who loves lifestyle, that Ruto is a man who is not going to stop using these expensive private jets and all that. So for Kenyans now, the question is, what next after this? What next after this? Because the burden is on us Kenyans. The burden is on us taxpayers. People are borrowing 2.2 billion Kenyan shillings daily, and Kenyans are not feeling what this money is doing. Kenyans cannot even point out what this money is doing. Even themselves, the borrowers, cannot even point out what this money is doing, because it is all about themselves. Is all about them amassing as much as they can. So the question now is, what next for this country? Because the current political leaders that we have proven to us, not once, not twice, not thrice, that they don't care about this country. In fact, they don't love this country. I think their intentions, once they were elected, their intentions was different. Well, Kenyans were thinking that we are electing these people so that they can bring change to this country. But for them, they had one mission: to get rich, to get richer and richer, and to occupy as much as they can. So this is a sad state of our nation, and we must accept the reality that the current leaders cannot do anything. The current leaders cannot change our economic state at the moment. The current leaders, all they know is to play politics, and all about economy and other things that impact the life of Kenyans. They don't know about that, or they don't care about that. So the question is, what next for Kenyans? The question is, you as a Kenyan, what is that thing that you feel Kenyans must do to ensure that we are taking this country from where it is at the moment to the right direction? Because the current politicians are not going to take this country to the right direction. It is not going to happen. Not today, not tomorrow. And if it happens that we re-elect these people again in 2027, then we are doomed. We are doomed. That will be a point whereby we will be looking back and say that indeed we sold our country, that indeed we are the one who destroyed our own country with our own hands. So we must really start asking, what next? This is the biggest question as a Kenyan. Wherever you are, you must ask yourself one question. As a young people outside there, you must ask yourself, what next? Now that I have known that these people don't love this country, or don't care about us being jobless, what next for us? Do you have something that you can do to change this? Do you have something that you can push to change this? If it is about political decision, this time round we know, and we have a by-election that is coming up on November. If it happens that Ruto win even one of these seats, I am telling you that Ruto is not going anywhere. If it happens that in the next by-elections that are coming up on November, or in November, that Ruto gets 1 or 2 seats, then that is a proof that Ruto is not going anywhere. Because the civic education that Kenyans have been going around teaching people about it shows that Kenyans are not ready for change, and Kenyans are not ready to let go of these politicians. So the big question is for us Kenyans, what next for us? What next in terms of, are we ready? Are we ready to take over? Are we ready to change this country by legal means? Are we ready for the 2027 elections? Are we ready to say that enough of these conmens, enough of these politicians, enough of these frauds? Are we ready to say that? Are we ready to let go of that man who is from your community, who is not doing anything to help you, but is there just to ensure that he gets as much as he can? Are you ready to say that, not now, I'm not going to talk about my community, that I'm not going to vote for this person because it's from my community, because we are neighbors, because he's a Kalenjin, I'm a Kalenjin, he's a Luya, I'm a Luya, she's a Luo, I'm a Luo. Are you ready to say that enough of this? Are you ready to end this tribal politics? Are you ready for a new start for this country? This is the question that you as a Kenyan, you must ask yourself. And if the chance to do so happens, will you make good use of that chance? Now we must start asking ourselves this question: what next for this country? Because we know where the problem is. We know where the problems are. We know who are the problems. So what next for us? What next? for this country? Are we ready? Are we ready for a new political wave? Are we ready to let go these people? This is the question now we must start asking ourselves. That is it from me for now. Thanks for watching, and this is Sophia Live.